It's the HipHopMatrix Show.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back.
It's the HipHopMatrix Show with J.Hall and DJ Akademiks.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Let's get it.
Yeah, what's good? It's the HipHopMatrix Show. Myself, J.Hall. What's up, my brother?
What's happening, man? How you been?
I've been pretty good, man. It's been, I was sick last week for like a good week, man.
You ain't got the cooties no more, dude.
No, I don't, bro. I don't.
Yeah, my pockets can't afford sick, so you're gonna have to keep your distance with that.
Yeah, man. I laid up in the bed all weekend, homie. I didn't even come out. I was in bed for like 3 days. That's how you looking at me?
I don't know what else to say, man.
That's how you look at me, bro?
I mean, I'm not the friend that's gonna come and help you while you're sick.
I see that.
Yeah, I'm not that friend.
I see that.
I don't want to be around you. Like, no, you need to quarantine yourself and get your life together. But
I see.
I'm
I see.
I'm not gonna be the one to come save the day. Soup and stuff, and you contagious as hell. No, go ahead.
Well, thank you, friend. I appreciate your service.
I don't need it. I don't want it.
I appreciate your service, man. I appreciate the fact that you let me know
I can't.
that it ain't going down like that.
Nah, it definitely ain't.
Yeah, how you been, bro?
Still my dog, but I'm just not gonna be able to do it.
How you been, bro?
I've been cool.
What's been new?
I've been cool. I ain't been sick.
Did you get a chance to check out the debates?
Actually, no. I'm a typical black person with that when it came to that.
Wow, what's typical black person, bro?
Black person? Oh yeah, Bob ain't in there, so we go back to not even paying attention to
Oh, snap. I mean,
that's a stereotypical black person right there.
Okay, let's say stereotypical.
But I am gonna get back on it though. But I missed it though.
I'm about to say, yeah, let's say stereotypical.
Stereotypical, hypocritical, stereotypical, typical, whatever you want to say.
Okay, one of the typicals.
Yeah, one of those adjectives.
Got you. Yeah, man. I've been watching it. I'm sorry, I watched it, and so now it's not as many because it was so many that they had like
people ran out of money.
Yeah, they used to do like 2 nights.
Yeah.
So now they all right there. You know what I mean? Because the problem it was kind of like the playoffs. You know what I mean? You were like at one point you was watching the West Coast playoffs. You were watching the East Coast playoffs, but now you're kind of watching all of them. So it was getting down to that. And the thing that stood out for me is Elizabeth Warren, man, because every time she talks at the end of a sentence, she's either about to cry or cuss. Because she'll be like, if we can just get it together. I mean, like, yo, like, what is she about to do? Like, she's about to break it down, man. Like, she is about to be upset. But the highlight was your boy, Cory Booker. He dropped a bar on your man, Joe Biden. So, Joe Biden has been leading. If you didn't know, Joe Biden has been leading in all the polls. But it's been a lot of conversation and a lot of whispers. Is he too old for the position? Is he suffering from dementia? So every little mistake, seriously, does he have early signs of dementia? So every little mistake Joe Biden makes, whatever, is like it's going viral because he'll say something and then 20 seconds later he'll contradict it. And so Cory Booker had a bar for him, man. Check this out.
I have a lot of respect for the vice president. He has sworn me into my office as a hero. This week, I hear him literally say that I don't think we should legalize marijuana. I thought you might have been high when you said it. and let me tell you, because marijuana in our country is already legal for privileged people.
Bruh. If you just saw, they do the split screen when they talk. Yes. Biden looked like he wanted to be like, you mother, like you little young mother. Well, everybody younger than him, but he looked like he wanted to be like, you mother, like, bruh. Think about it. The dude that you swore in, you know what I mean? Who been, he been your little homie in a sense. Just dropped that bar on you.
I thought you were high when you said it.
Dog. But to his credit, Biden did. Within the same sentence, say almost like he didn't say it, and we need to do this. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't far off from Cory Booker to say that. You know what I mean? Besides, legalizing marijuana is pretty much growing at this point. Literally, it's growing. Like,
yeah.
People should probably just let it go because it's coming.
It's gonna happen regardless.
Yeah, like the way gay marriage was when it was like just every state would just after a while would just
love wins. Question 6.
Yeah. Are you somebody who's like a single like issue voter, or you just wait till it pan out and then you ain't gonna vote for that guy, so you're gonna vote for over here?
I ain't a single issue. I mean, I'm a couple issue voter.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's the issue that sticks out for you?
Few issue voter. I mean, taxes, of course. How much are you taking out my check? What's going to be put away next? What's I mean, most is the taxes.
Oh, so you one of them percentage people, huh? So
Yeah,
how much money you making over there, brother?
I need my money. It ain't the fact that I'm making a lot. I'm just trying to keep the little bit I got so I can make sure I can afford what I got.
Nah, that's real. That's real. Do you think that there's something to be said about the whole, like, you know, Trump is being impeached and they're also going to election? You think it's going to have any effect, or, like, as an early prediction, you think he's just going to roll right in that boy?
What you mean he gonna roll right into that?
Like, it's not gonna fade him. Like, they still gonna have to fight because the fact that
his people is getting found guilty right now.
Yo, one of his mans ain't playing. Yo, what was his name? Sound.
Yeah, one snitch.
Yo,
somebody get found guilty. Yeah, it's gonna be more about the snitch.
It was like the DMX video. He was like Keisha, Pamela, Tama, Trina, about 3 Kims. Like, yeah, it is, man. It is. It's still, you know, too early to tell because still a lot of them. Mm-hmm. You understand? But the one thing they all keep repeating is that all of them will be better than Trump. But I'm tired of that being the standard because it doesn't take much to say that, you know? It just doesn't. So, I don't know, man. You know, we'll see. We'll see. Any church announcements before we start? Any announcements? Anything you got popping going on?
No.
Okay. Well, before we get started, check out AURN online. I got 2 articles that got published this week. I appreciate you, man, for your support in that. One is called Look Out. It's a guide to help you through the season of holiday season. You know how when you having dinner with somebody and, you know, they start asking you those, you know, invasive questions. Like, are you married yet? You going to have kids and all that good stuff? Well, you know, I got an article that can help you with that. Also, there's another one called Blind Spot, the difficulty of recognizing black male privilege among black men. You might want to check that out. Leave a comment. Let me know how you think about that. And that's about it, man. I got that. So without further ado, let's kind of get into the show, man. What's the first thing we got here on this hit list? Oh, yo. Before we get started on anything hip-hop, man, shout out to your homeboy Omarion. You know, he finally spoke about the whole situation with his child's mother kicking it with his bandmate Fizz.
Yeah.
And you know, we had been waiting on Omarion to kind of, you know, say something, and then he finally speak, and so he had this to say.
I don't feel no ways. I don't feel any way about it. I think that you know, if they're happy, then they should be happy. Something affects her, it affects my kids, and that affects me.
What do you think that translates to say?
What that translates to say is I don't want to say anything wrong and had that chick not trying to let me see my kids, and we going through these custody battles. So I'm gonna keep it cool, but I'm pissed off. But I ain't gonna let y'all know. So I'm gonna make sure I say think out every single word 3 times before I say it.
Do you think it's possible that he can have achieve that sense of that level of like tranquility where he just mad chill? Because, you know, she had tweeted like, oh, you know, I know what it's like to reach this level of unbotheredness. And I had retweeted, I said, yeah, lots of weed. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Lots of weed. But do you think that he really is kind of like at that level of life where, you know, him and her, they were done, and so he don't even care? Or you think that's just something he put up to your point? You really do think he's leaning more on, so he wants
because that using the child thing as a pawn is real. So don't put it past none of them.
So she's dating your bandmate, then she'll turn around and hold your kids from you?
I mean, if you blow up her spot, I mean, a school woman is liable to do anything.
She blew up her own spot. I mean, go ahead, bro. Y'all
a school woman to do anything if she's mad. I'm not saying that's what she's going to do or that's her character, but I'm saying it is real. So that sounds like that's a little bit what he was worried about. Like he ain't trying to deal with the drama. Like they do them. As long as they don't bother my kid, as long as my kid good, we ain't got no problems. Don't ask me about it no more.
What do you think he feel about his mans though?
What do you feel?
Like
that's that man.
Because your child mother, she gonna be there.
Oh, he said, yeah, okay, he a bitch ass nigga, but okay. At least at the end of the day, my son does know him, so it's not a stranger. I know he ain't gonna hurt my son. but yeah, he a bitch ass nigga. And when I see him, ain't no cameras around, I may slap the shit out of him 1-2 times. But you know what? Hey, for the sake of right now, I'm just gonna keep shit cool.
He was low key teasing about another B2K tour. You think that's just him trying to be close to him, so he can kind of do that?
Get you close, get you on the road.
Like as soon as we get to St. Louis.
Only one of us is leaving St. Louis. Yeah.
What if she want to come on tour with him?
Oh man. Well, his son will be there, so that'll save everything.
Oh man, yeah, that's tough, bro. You know, if you can reach that level of unbotherness, man, and just be so relaxed and have your life be on display. But you know what I do think, regardless of what he truly do feel, I do think he is setting a nice blueprint for anybody who was watching this. You know,
yeah, he's no paper trail.
Yeah. I mean,
so when he do haul off and kill both of them.
I'm not.
Suspect.
Well,
he's not a suspect.
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about for any young celebrity that's coming up or any brother that is watching this where this situation happens to them. They need to think about the kids first. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean
that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about that.
I thought you were talking about like PR training.
No. I'm talking about it's a good example to show for a lot of brothers who do go through like you said, they don't think about the kids until after they get pissed off, and then all of a sudden now you got another issue. But right now he's handling it the right way. You know what I mean? And he probably know her. He probably felt like, man, it's a phase.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Ain't gonna last long.
Yeah, he probably feel like, he probably know her, man, better than we all do. You know,
he's still a bitch ass nigga. I know that nigga cheat on, so I know this ain't gonna last long.
Yeah, because that was like his man out of everybody in the group. That was like his man. So it's like, you do this to me? You do this to me? On some Denzel Washington stuff? Yeah, that's a tough one,
Look
man.
at me. I'm the captain now.
Pretty much. I never understood people when they be like, yo, he banging your baby mamas anyway, because I'm like, if you're not with her, you're not with her. But this situation is different because that was your man. So there's no getting around that. All right, your man Kanye. News came out that he wants to transform his $14 million ranch into a home for spiritual services for his Sunday services. So do you think that's him and his next evolution when it comes to God, or that's a nice tax write-off?
Hey, just let Kanye do Kanye, man. That man is saved, man. Why does everybody want to judge his sanctity? Well, however I said that word wrong, I know his sanctity, and question if he's really convicted.
But churches do get tax write-offs though.
Yeah, but that's not.
I didn't say if I'm just saying churches do get tax write-offs. I'm saying
I'm for Kanye right now. Hey, the gospel album was great. He seems sincere, and who am I to judge? Because
you can judge because he put it out there.
Okay,
he put it out there himself. I'm just saying, it does sound like a tax. I mean,
ain't no tax write-off.
Okay,
Kanye ain't worried about taxes.
Yes, he is. He's part of that percentage that is worried about taxes. And Trump is his man. Who would be the first person to tell him to school him
if
on
Trump
how to
is his man? Why you worry about taxes then?
Because how you think you can get to who you think schooling him on this whole situation? You don't think that's a good?
Oh, you think Trump want to open up a church next?
No, man, not that. But gave him the idea, like, look, if you open a church, you're gonna get taxed. Think about it. If you my man, I'm not gonna hit you on. If I get on the inside and I start learning all this new information, you don't think I'm gonna tell you?
Yeah.
Okay then. So he's like the one black guy that's been like praising him as far as a celebrity. You don't think he got this idea? He's had the ranch. All of a sudden, he had this idea that he wants to turn it into Sunday services. It's $14 million. You can imagine how much the taxes can be on there. I'm just saying, it's not far-fetched to think that.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's not far-fetched to think that, that can be a purpose. I'm not, again, though, man. I listened to the album a little bit more. I think it's okay. I think it's great. You think great?
It's great.
On a Kanye scale? On the standard that he set?
It's great.
Seriously?
It's great.
I can't go there, bro. I can't call it great. But hey, listen, if he can get his taxes
closed on Sunday.
If he can get his taxes, I guess he'd be fine. Yeah, I think it's okay.
Number one with a lemonade.
I just think it's okay, man. I just think it's okay. But the Clips one still go hard though. That was. I just wish the bars a little bit more.
Yeah.
I do just wish the bars a little bit more though. That's all.
Malice he was in and out of that one.
They both were. The bars were the same amount. They both were. We're used to hearing Push, but Malice was definitely just. He came in like cut the lights off. You know what I'm saying? Step right back out, man. So.
Need my ball. I won't play no more.
Pretty much. The Grammy nods had came out. Nipsey Hussle had received 3 nominations.
As he should,
man. And Lizzo, she got the most nominations and with 8. Lil Nas X, he's the youngest nominee to receive 4 nominations in 4 different categories. So
that's a wild boy too.
Yeah, he wild. Real wild. I still like that tweet that guy had put out when he was like, man, we backstage, Lil Nas X, man. he ain't no hoes back here. And somebody retweeted and said, nigga, you the hoes.
I seen another tweet. Well, not it wasn't a tweet. It was actually fact. What's his name? Tyler, the Creator. He was and he made a statement in his GQ interview and said, "I like girls, but somehow I always end up fucking their brothers."
Yeah, that's yeah.
But Lil Nas X tweeted, "Yeah, me too." No, this is real. This is not even a joke. This is serious,
still funny. Still funny.
Yeah, it's like I was like, these are wild boys.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Hey man, we've been hearing rappers dog women for so long. Now you about to hear, you know what I'm saying, gay rappers dog these dudes out here. You know what I mean? There's some dude right now with some hurt feelings. There's a brother of a sister who met Tyler that's upset right now at that comment, yo. You know what I mean? And guess what? He can't.
His sister's mad,
right?
Because that's why I didn't fuck Tyler Creator.
Right?
Because you fucked.
Because you right. You mean to tell me I was trying to get rich?
She mad as shit.
I was
about to put a baby on him,
and you can't get no baby. That's what you're doing. Yeah. Somebody is upset, man. Somebody is heated. You think that with Nipsey, you know, if he get one of those Grammys, that'll kind of like increase his legacy? Or his legacy already set?
I mean, his legacy's already set, but I think it will be great for his legacy. To see his family get up there and accept the award. See Lauren get up there again and tell us the marathon still continues.
What about his mom? You ready for that? You know, the last couple speeches mom made, it was like, ooh.
I don't know about the mom, but I'm ready for the dad to say, hold on, you stay right there.
That's what I'm saying. Like the first, listen, when she spoke at the funeral and people were making her comments, I was like, man, that's harsh, man. That woman's son died. Y'all should just, you know what I'm saying, chill all the way out. You know what I mean? Because, and she's another one, right, who's on that tranquility type of level life, you know. But by the time we got to BET Awards, she seemed upset. I mean, definitely upset about her son. But remember, she's kind of like, I wasn't asked to speak or something like that somewhere. And like you said, and the father was like, stay over there. It was just, and you could just see Lauren was just holding it together. Like, I got a little chill. Like, I don't know if I want to see that at the Grammys. I don't want to see that no more, like, publicly. Like, I don't. I just
want to see Lauren say the marathon still continues. Yeah.
It still sucks, man, that, you know, Nips is gone, because it almost don't feel like it, because I was watching that hip hop competition that's on Netflix with T.I., and he was on there. Yeah. You know, we're still seeing like clips of Nipsey, the videos that he had did, and it seems surreal. It reminded me when I was a kid when Tupac died and he had all that workout.
Yeah, the movie come out.
He had like 2 movies and 6 albums that came out. He was in the videos and stuff like that. Remember? And we was just like, it didn't feel like Pac was gone for like another year or so, you know. But with Nip, you know, hearing about these Grammy nominations, if he win, I'm gonna feel it, you know, because I still feel like it sucks that, you know, Nip is gone. You know, it's still what it is, man. What about Lizzo? She got 8 nods, man. We care about that. She's deserving of it. She gonna win one of them. I mean, was it her year?
She gonna win a couple of them, but I don't care. Well, I mean, it's cool. Shout out to Lizzo. I mean, she's doing it for the BBWs and doing it for the women too, just all around the board. I mean, all women love her, to be honest.
The Rap Album of the Year nominations came in. Revenge of the Dreamers 2 by Dreamville. Meek Mill, Championships. 21 Savage, I Am Who I Was. I Am Greater Than What I Was. I'm sorry, yeah. Tyler, the Creator. Igor, and YBN Corday, the Lost Boy.
Yeah, I gotta go to Meek for me.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let's try this. Who do we want to win, but who do we think is gonna win? So we would like. I think the person who should win would be Meek. You think Meek, but who you think is going to win? Looking at that list.
Tyler, yeah.
But I will tell you this though. If Tyler wins, I won't be upset. Because that Igor was a really, really good album. I won't be upset. Because I feel like Championship started off strong, but it kind of fell off at the end of it. You know what I mean? Like it didn't carry us through the whole year. And I feel like the other albums that we mentioned, probably besides not YBN Corday, but definitely Dreamville and definitely 21 Savage really ain't carry us because he got locked up, so he couldn't really promote it. One of the biggest letdown was that Rhapsody didn't get nominated for her album Eve. Like that was a little bit upsetting. That was a lot upsetting. She handled it in stride though. GoldLink had went off on the Grammys. He said after Grammys he wrote this long spiel on IG. But shout out to GoldLink, man. I'm a fan, but I think this last album wasn't good. So I wasn't that upset that he didn't get an eye. So I just don't think it was that good. What do you think was the biggest Grammy upset?
The biggest Grammy upset
that you could remember?
Jay-Z 0 for 8.
Jay-Z 0 for 8?
Yeah, he won 0 for 8 nominations.
When was that? What year? What album was that?
This was.
You talking about the 444? He got nominated for that?
No, yeah.
Oh, you talking about the album before that?
444. Yeah.
And he was 0 for 8. Damn, that goes to show you. It was
0
just
for 8.
Really?
0 for 8 with 8 Grammy nominations and
walked out with nothing.
Walked out empty-handed.
You know what I think that is? This is my little theory. I don't have no proof, just my little theory. You know what I think that is?
Right.
Remember 2 years before that when Jay-Z won them Grammys and he was pouring Hennessy and then drinking and like it wasn't nothing. Yeah. I think the Grammys was like, all right, we got you. We got you. We got you. You know what I'm saying? I think they were sitting back like, oh, for real? Oh, word? I think they set him up, man, just to embarrass him. To me, I think the biggest upset is still Macklemore when they won over Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. Matter of fact, Jay-Z was in that category too, for Magna Cum Laude.
That was one of the 0 for 8.
That wasn't 0 for 8, no,
okay.
Not Magna. No, you said 444. Remember, Magna was like 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but anyway, when Macklemore beat Kendrick Lamar, it don't matter who was in the category. Yeah, because, when last time we were checking for Macklemore?
That 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year, right? And Kendrick Lamar. And Kendrick had a bomb performance at Grammys, too. That's what I remember, No, that was the one he had. That was the first time. So that was the one he had with Imagine Dragons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When he tore that stage down. And it just sucked that remember because Macklemore put that screenshot up that he you got robbed, but you ain't said when you won the award. When you won the award, you said thank you. Mm-hmm. But then he put later on his Twitter when he saw how everybody because he knew when he won, he knew he had got effed up. Like he knew he was like, oh man, they're gonna have me beat Kendrick. Like he knew it, but he still wanted it because that's what privilege is. He still wanted though. Yeah. As the year comes to, next thing was we about to end we about to go into 2010. So there's been a lot of conversation about who's been the best artist of the decade. Who do you think? Mm-hmm. Who's been the best artist of the decade?
It would still probably be the big dog. I would have to say Ross.
The biggest artist of the decade?
Ross, Drake, Nicki.
Ross has been bigger than Drake? You said Ross first.
Oh, no. Ross hasn't been bigger than Drake in the past 10 years, no.
Okay.
It'll be Drake or Nicki. Because Nicki just really fell off this half of the decade. Never mind.
I was gonna say no. I can't say the last 5 years Nicki fell off.
Last two, 2.5.
So to meet you halfway, I'll say Nicki's last 13 months were a little shaky, but that's because competition started coming.
That's a whole 2 years. Cardi came hard.
Yeah, but remember, we forget Cardi went overnight. That was a gradual situation. Exactly. Nicki was still in the conversation. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like we're looking back in hindsight on the results, but we were still looking back and forth at them too. So, I think I'm not too far from you. I think it's Drake, Kendrick, Cole, Nicki. You know what I'm saying? As far as closing out the decade, I think you can make the argument that Nicki. And a lot of people like to point at Drake as far as being a bigger star, as far as a star, right? Mm-hmm. But I think you can make the argument with Nicki, man, because to your point, you remember it was like 6 years in a row, Nicki was the only woman doing her thing.
All the endorsements,
everything. And to the point where Nicki was sparring. The difference with Nicki versus the rise or the re-rise of the female MC now is that Nicki was sparring with the boys. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So Nicki was becoming
one of the girls to play with.
Yeah, she was becoming. Like, you wasn't necessarily about to call her like a woman MC. Like, she was, when she did Monster, that verse, mm-hmm. and, and low-key kind of outdid Jay, like, we were all looking at Nicki like, yo, she is something, something serious. So, yeah, we think about star power and definitely with her fashion. She went from dressing those weird, outlandish wigs to what we see right now. So I mean, you can make the argument that she might have been bigger than Drake in a sense, especially when you think about the reach of women, you know, and what she did as a movement. Now, I will say Drake. There's no denying. A lot of these cats out here start taking Drake's, you know, the way he make music and stuff too. But for Nicki, I think here's the thing. I think you have to be a music like nerd to know like these artists that came under Drake and who like sounds like him, stuff like that. Like you got to be somebody who really picks music apart, right? But with Nicki, it's no question. You don't have to be no music connoisseur to see that after Nicki. And then all the women that rose up.
I mean, she was the only thing to pull from.
So what I'm saying is the impact that she had on the women that we all talk about now, you can look at that years later and still see that. You know what I'm saying? Versus 5-6 years from now, you're not going to be able to look at Drake's influence. Drake's influence might go under the scope in comparison to Nicki. Because there's no doubt you can look at Nicki's work and she's starting to see a lot of competition out here.
Yeah, it's a lot of competition right now.
Yeah, it's a lot. So I think you can make that argument. But
Cardi and you got Megan now.
Yeah, but I mean, my favorite artist, my personal favorite artist is I would have to say Kendrick. I think he had put out the best quality music of the decade. Who was your personal?
My personal, I mean, I'd say Drake.
I ain't mad at that.
Drake, but Ross is up there still.
Yeah. Now you want to talk about somebody who I think started off his first half good. I don't think his last half was strong as his first half. You know what I mean? If you want to make that kind of discussion, I think the last 5 years were a little bit more watered down than Ross's first 5 years. Ross's first 5 years was just crazy, unmatched. But them last 5 years, you know. Plus, he didn't really. When did Ross' first album come out?
I want to say it was like 2007.
So that's what I'm saying. So he's really going on. I don't know if I really want to put him. You know, I was more thinking about everybody who came out in this past decade as far as dominant. You know, I don't really know if I can put him in that category. All right. I don't know if you heard about your boy Kodak Black, but he got sentenced to 3 years, 10 months in prison. That is less than the 10 years he was facing. Now, the federal judge has said, quote, young people do stupid things, and I normally give them a break for that. The problem is you've been doing stupid things since 15, unquote. Wow. 3 years, 10 months. You think Kodak is going to, like, learn his lesson in those 10 years? I mean, them 3 years?
Nah, he's going to come back. He's doing the same stuff.
Being Kodak?
Yeah, he's going to come back being Kodak.
Yeah.
He's going to come back being Kodak.
Is he going to be able to come back to get his spot? Because 3 years and 10 months, that's a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time, but he has enough music. Probably recorded, I'm sure, to even last that long.
You think so? I might challenge you on that, man. I don't know if Kodak got, because we ain't heard no music now.
Because he also been doing that. He probably got it just sitting for that reason.
So you think his people's probably was like hold until we find out what's really gonna happen? Okay, that's smart. That'll be smart because music will run out, so that'd be smart. So they probably gonna put it out at the moment he actually go in.
Yeah, a couple weeks after he go in, some only Kodak, free Kodak, stuff like that. I mean, he ain't getting no Meek Mill rallies or nothing like that.
No. There's a lot of people that's probably okay with Kodak going to jail.
No, the delegation says you can have it.
Yeah, it's a lot of people in that, man. So I don't know. You know, I mean, he ain't snitching nothing like that. You know, it's not. It is weird, but I think his attitude and how he was acting in some of his comments. I would say this. You know, not a lot of people gonna miss him.
Yeah, everybody ready for him to go because of what he said to London. What he said about London. He didn't say it to her.
Yeah, but he said a few other things, not just necessarily about her, but just in general. You know, remember we talked about dark-skinned women? I mean, the list goes on. And he's still facing charges on the situation with that woman, too. I think sexual something charges. I ain't get a chance to look it up, but he's still facing other charges, too. So it might be longer. That's one charge that he took.
Damn, Kodak.
Yeah, we might not see Kodak for a grip, bro.
He might be gone with Kodaks.
Pretty much, right? Pretty much, yeah, he might be. So, yeah, he's going to be gone, man. Some new music had also came out while we was gone. Tory Lanez, Chicks Take 5.
Instant classic.
It's a masterpiece.
Instant classic.
It's a masterpiece album. It's a masterpiece.
Classic.
It's a masterpiece.
Deny that record.
I'm not gonna use the C word, but it's a masterpiece.
I said it. Classic. Give the man what's due.
No, I said masterpiece. Masterpiece is good.
That's classic.
No, I can't say classic because classic.
He was in his bag.
But I can't say classic though. I can't say classic just because it's still a mixtape and he's using other people's songs and using his version. But it is a masterfully pieced together album. Is what I'm saying. But I mean, if you know, hey, listen, classic.
Get a man his flowers while he can still smell.
The thing about classic is that you'll know the impact later on. So I can easily be proven wrong because in 2-3 years we can still be talking about this album, and I ain't gonna have nothing to say. But it's a great album though. It really is. It's a good album, and Ashanti looks great on that cover. Shout out to Ashanti looking better now than looking good at 39 than she did at 29.
Yeah, aging well.
Yes. Because I don't remember looking at Ashanti like this 10 years ago.
I looked at her 10 years ago, but
you ain't look at her like this.
She grown woman thick now.
Yeah, she grown woman, boy. She out here. Dave East also dropped his album Survival. Did you get a chance to check it out?
Solid album. Good. That's a good piece of work.
He's getting there, man. He's getting there. Like his albums they're getting better. The quality is getting better. He's getting there. The Queen and Slim soundtrack came out, and Trippie Redd, A Love Letter to You Part 4 came out. You check out either one of those?
Nah, I didn't get a chance to get the bottom two.
Nah, me either. I listened to Queen and Slim for a quick second because I know Lauryn Hill got a new song on there, but I ain't get a chance to check that out either, man. All right, well, this is something I've been wanting to get into, man, since we've been gone, and it's about the time your boy Kaepernick had his workout, and if that's what you call it. So what's your take on that, bro?
What's my take? It's a lot of takes because I mean,
let's explain. Go ahead and explain exactly what happened first.
All right, so what you're gonna say is about how it was set up. It was just a pre-negotiated publicity stuff for the NFL, which in all rights could be true, but at the same time, you don't help the narrative. Like you don't help them out.
What I'm saying is
you don't switch it up an hour before. Well, minutes before you're supposed to do the workout, switch the whole location. When you did,
that's what I was about to say. Tell people what happened first, because a lot of people still don't know what happened.
Yeah, you don't switch the location at the last minute. Like if you're gonna go through with it, go through with it. If you're not gonna go through with it because you think it's some BS, okay.
You talking about Cap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it's some BS. But yeah, if you already know what you the demons and the devils you're up against, you don't help them out and give them more fuel to that fire. Basically pissing in their face. So when you need one of these guys to actually hire you. So that part didn't make sense to me, but I mean, I'm just kind of torn with the whole situation now. I want to be in the league, but it's like that did kind of make you question if Cap really does want to be in the league or not.
What you think about him wearing the Kunta Kinte shirt?
I mean, it's another spit in the face. Like, you go to a job interview, you gonna say something to piss off people that want to hire you?
Mm-hmm.
Because now it's basically like he's saying like, you gotta hire me now. I think that may be his mindset. Like, you gotta hire me at this point. You gotta give me a job because this gonna start another fire. So that could be his way of thinking. I hope not. But yeah, I ain't think it was smart to go about it the way he did. And I thought when he did that post workout interview, I thought he was saying too much. As soon as I saw that, I didn't see the workout before I even heard that he switched the place and all that stuff. I just heard that soundbite of him talking after that workout, and I was like, you're talking too much, bro. You're talking too much. Get the check first. Get the check first.
So first of all,
that's all I was thinking in my head. Just shut up. You're talking too much now. You went all this time not saying nothing, and now you're talking too much. Just chill out, bro. Just chill out.
Right.
Chill out.
Well, I can tell that you had really wanted to get this off your chest because you kind of skipped the part about at least saying exactly what happened. So just for those who, there's still certain people who probably necessarily don't know, Cap got invited to a workout for the NFL apparently like on that Tuesday. Because I remember me and you had talked. He got invited to a workout in the NFL. So apparently when the Saturday came, he got invited on Tuesday. Apparently when Saturday came, the venue got switched up at the last minute. I guess the second venue was like 30 minutes at a high school down the street from the original one or whatever. And apparently the argument or that's come out or news that's come out is that there was something written within the paperwork stating that you can't file a lawsuit against us.
It's a waiver.
A waiver. So, and the NFL, to my understanding, didn't mind him bringing the camera crew. They were saying they had talked to Nike, but Nike shut that down. Nike was like, no, we ain't got nothing to do with this. Don't put our name in it, whatever. So he holds his own workout session. He wears the Kunta Kinte shirt. And I got to tell you, I feel almost the exact same way you feel. First of all, I knew something was iffy anyway when rumors were circulating that he wasn't gonna show.
Mm-hmm.
But then, he put out the Twitter that, he's ready. He's been ready for 3 years. Okay, cool. And then...
Well, he had him showing up in Atlanta.
Right. So then he goes and he does the workout, whatever the case may be. And then, he gives that, like you said, that speech at the end. And the speech itself, it seemed forced, to be honest with you. It seemed like something that you write down to be a martyr. It does seem like it was more so you wanted to be a little bit famous. But here's the thing, though. I'm a believer that two truths can exist. I can believe that you do got to have an ego if you're going to step out there like that. Because the same ego and passion it took for you to be a successful quarterback, that don't just go away. Like, Ali had an ego. Like, don't sleep. Like, Ali had ego. Ali was always Ali. I don't think Colin Kaepernick is Ali. I don't like when people try to compare him to Ali or the 1968 track stars, Tommy and them. I don't like that. I don't think the comparison is the same. Yeah, I don't think that comparison is the same. I think Cap is Cap, right? Like, I don't think he's less of them. I just don't think he's of that level because I think the stakes were different. Because everyone keeps forgetting that Cap turned down $20 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, we keep forgetting that with the 49ers. Like, we don't care about facts because we're too emotionally evolved to really want to look at the actual facts. Or the fact that, of course, the NFL is going to put within their paperwork, you can't sue us. And there's a lot of people who are giving their take. There are a lot of people like, yeah, the NFL try to slip one over him. I'm like, no, they didn't. They're the NFL. Of course, they're going to tell you how they want this workout to be. First of all, this has never really happened where the NFL is like, we're going to.
So this is a whole new.
This is a whole new situation, right? So they're already doing things for you in particular, right? This is your chance to go there and do your thing. And you know what? To your point, you could have went there, you could have did your thing, and then you would have gave them no argument. But you know what else? You know what I was more disappointed in? Let's say, for example, he did want to do the whole switch up. And no, he did. Let's say, for example, he has his reasons why he did the switch up. All right. Let me tell you what I was more disappointed in anything else. I can rock with the fact that you are looking at the waiver and you ain't cool with signing this contract. I can rock with the fact that you're not trusting the NFL, rightfully so, right? As far as your personal experience. But what I really couldn't rock with was the fact that you had your own situation, and then when the cameras are on you, you said that little speech. Because to me, that was a time when you could have did a Q&A and you could have told us what's going on. And my issue with Cap is...
He didn't take any questions either.
He didn't take any questions at your own workout with your own invited media. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing, right? Let's say, for example, the NFL did tell you they didn't want you to bring your camera crew, right? And you are saying, to my understanding, you didn't want them to hold on to the video footage so they can disperse it how they want it. That's what you're saying. My thing is, bro, ain't nobody walk around with no phones. Like, if I go into a spot and they telling me, all right, this is the camera, we're going to have our own camera. All right, we'll have my homeboy. You can't stop people with their phones. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, that could have went viral. You could have had your mans all them send out all your workout stuff. You don't think people would have watched that on YouTube? Like, and then you don't answer any questions. So it just kind of, to me, you gave the people who were against you or that were suspicious of you, you gave them that ammunition. Because the question was always to certain skeptics when it comes to Colin Kaepernick, yo, how for real is he? Is this something he just did because he kind of saw the lights kind of dimming, so he kind of used this situation to kind of put him in a certain situation? I never thought that, but I do think this whole movement became bigger than what he expected. He was not prepared for it. And it shows. Because to your point, we ain't heard from you all this time. You gonna get a little speech? And the one thing I'm not liking, I'm not a fan of you having other people speak your battles for you. Either tell everybody to be quiet or you speak. Mm-hmm. Like, that's my point. I don't even care if it's your man's. Like, I don't care who it is. This ain't nothing against his lady. My thing is either everybody be quiet because you got other people going hard for you. Like when somebody says, for example, somebody can say, I talked to Cap. Next thing I know, it's people in your circle, like, saying, no, he ain't talked to him. I need to hear from you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, respectfully, they're not you. You understand? So either tell everybody to hush or you speak.
But when you do that, you've implemented yourself. He can always, at the end of the day, he can say, no, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I never said that.
But you got people
Absolutely.
next to you that are going, and they're going so hard about it, though.
Absolutely, because they're protecting him, and he's saying back because he wants to. It's good. It's kind of like a good cop, bad cop thing.
That's not a good look, though.
It's not a good look.
It's not a good look. And that's why you end up making little speeches like that, and it don't come off right because you out of practice. Because 3 years, you could have got better. Listen, I wasn't feeling what he said about voting. You understand? But I was willing to give him the leg room to hear more. You know, I was willing to do that, and then you give me this after 3 years. So, where do you think he go from now?
I think he go from now. I mean, I hope he gets signed. I hope he gets a chance to play, sit on the bench somewhere, because he's not gonna be a starter unless somebody gets hurt. But yeah, I mean, I wish him the best. I hope he does get back in the league.
What do you think about people that were criticizing Stephen A. and saying he was a coon and all this other stuff for his opinions?
I mean, Stephen A. just stated the truth. He stated what he saw, and I could not agree with him.
I couldn't either, and I don't like this whole notion that just because somebody's in disagreement, we got to throw that coon tag everywhere. Like, I could not rock with you. There are a lot of things Stephen A. says that I don't rock with, but I can't call another black man coon because to me, coon, I got to know everything. I got to know a little bit more about you because I don't know how many black people that man has helped on the inside. You know what I mean? He might have said
a lot.
Exactly. There might be some people who ready to die for that man because he might have done some good work for him, or he may not, right? I don't know him. But for me, we like to throw this coon thing around so much because everybody's not on the same wave. We can't just respect the opinion. Like, he's not dogging him as a person. He's stating to me, like you said, he's stating the obvious. Everybody was looking forward to the workout. Mm-hmm. Everybody was looking forward to the workout.
Then 25 people were supposed to show up, 25 teams.
And you know what else that killed me? It also go to show you, man, how much we don't know Ish. Like, we don't know a lot of Ish, man, when it comes to certain things. You got people that are like, yeah, shout out to J. Cole. I got a lot of love for J. Cole, you know, but he had tweeted he felt like a clown because he thought the NFL was going to actually give him a chance. I'm like, bro, that was a chance. Like, you didn't want it. Cool. But, like, and you wearing a Kunta Kinte shirt. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought it was almost borderline disrespectful. Because my thing is, not only are you not a slave, right? But if you want to call this big $1 billion company as like a plantation, if that's what you want to leave it up to, you want to call it that, then why are you auditioning for them? Why are we here? Exactly. Why are we here then?
I said, if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Yeah, bro, why are we here? Because at this point, Cap has an identity outside the NFL. Mm-hmm. You understand? Like, you don't need them. The light is there. You don't technically need them now. So why wear Kunta Kinte? You have not been treated like that. And that's why I cannot make the Ali comparison. Like, Ali went broke. You understand? Ali was going around making speeches. Stuff was bad for Ali.
Cap got $60 million from Nike.
Chilling. Commercial. You know what I'm saying? Like slave. You know what I mean? And that's why when you do things like that, I'm sorry. I do got to look at the afro, and I do got to look. It does. And listen, I get it, man. Cap has definitely put in work with, you know, his charity and everything. He's definitely put in work. He's done a lot of things. But for some of us, man, that come from certain neighborhoods, we also saw Nino Brown give out turkeys. Mm-hmm. You understand? Like, that's not saying, and I'm not being negative, but what does that mean? Like, a lot of people go, like, listen, if I'm your PR guy, I'm telling you to do that.
Right.
I'm telling you, start this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm telling you to do. See, now you're opening the door for all this criticism. If you just would have showed up, man. So I'm with you, bro. I don't know if I can look at it like that. But I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna go opposite to you. I definitely don't think he plays again after this. I think that was his final last shot.
I'm not gonna say that just yet.
I think that was his final last shot, bro. I really do, man. Because now this go to show you people don't know Ish because people are mad at the NFL. But you broke it down to me. Roger Goodell got his job that's the NFL commissioners appointed by the owners. Mm-hmm. He can't make them do that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and people don't understand how that works, and they're getting upset about that. But it's like, yo, those are the facts. Like, Roger Goodell is not their boss. He gave them a couple fines, but the birth of the NFL is they needed a commissioner to represent them. Mm-hmm. That's the birth of the NFL when the merger happened. But people don't want to hear that. And they don't understand how that goes. So when he said, tell Roger Goodell stop running, Roger Goodell was the person who set up, you said stop running. You went 30 minutes down the street, bro. What are you talking about? Tell us we've been here, stop running. Like, it's theater. And at this point, I mean, even with the NFL, don't get me wrong, because they did a lot of stuff I'm not rocking with too.
Oh, yeah, they definitely shady.
Yeah. So I don't want to make this about we beating up on Cap, because I think you and I, especially, have already spoken about the fact that what all the stuff the NFL did wrong. You know what I mean? Because here's my thing. If you slid in that.
But knowing that, do you
so I do question, did you know that, or did they switch that up on you at the last minute? Because you found out about the workout on Tuesday, right? Mm-hmm. So did you not get the contract until Saturday morning or Thursday or Friday? You understand what I'm saying? Like, did they try to write that in some real fine print? Like, did they try to do it? Because if they did, then I get it. But if you're telling me you knew all this information, then my thing is, why try out? Like, when you got the message on Tuesday, they hit you up. If you read the contract on Tuesday, why try out? Mm. Don't tell me it took your lawyer 4 days to read. Like, I don't know, bro. I think this is the last time we're going to see Cap throwing anything.
He throwing some tantrums.
That's it. Get on Twitter. Do like OJ. Get on Twitter, start making commentary.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, get yourself a YouTube page. But I definitely don't think he's going to be playing football anymore, man. I think that's done. I think we've seen the last of Cap in any sort of athletic weird. Dog, go to XFL.
He wanted too much money. They ain't offered. I think they turned it down. He wanted like
really
$20 million. They offered him like $7 million.
I mean, they not. Do you know the history of the XFL? They failed 20 years ago. They're not trying to. They're not trying to put it all on the line and fail again so quick. They're not gonna. They're working themselves as a minor league.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So $7 million is the equivalent of their 20. Like, they're not trying to invest too much. Like, no, they're not trying to compete with the NFL. They tried that before. They're not trying to do that no more. So I don't know, man. But I think it's done, man. Before we got here, a couple shout outs. 15. This past week was the 15-year anniversary of the Malice in the Palace with Ron Artest. Mm. And every time I see the video of Ron Artest knocking out that white guy with the hat, fat white guy with the jersey, for me,
laying on the scores table and got assaulted.
For me, it reminds me of some typical white Michigan stuff. Is a bunch of white people fighting in Michigan, and then Detroit gets the blame because the Palace was about 30 to 45 minutes outside the city. But it's like, oh, they're fighting in Detroit. And it's like, bro. But it was like mad white people just doing their thing, you know what I mean? But that's what I think about. I mean, now they play in the city, so shout out to them. But back then, that's a different story.
Oh, they do play back in the city now?
Yeah, they got a stadium. So everybody's back in the city now. Baseball, they're literally down the street from each other. The baseball stadium and the football stadium are right next door. They built them at the same time.
Okay. And
then about a couple years ago, Caesar's Palace, I think is what it's called, Little Caesar's Palace, is literally about 2 blocks down where the Pistons play. Mm. Yeah. I haven't seen the game yet because I don't go home when it's cold.
No more Auburn Hills.
No more Auburn Hills. It's all in the city now. All in the city. Baseball. Hockey's always been in the city. They were like one of the last. They never left. They've always been in the city. Mm. Yeah, because that was the only time you would see white people because they had to come all down to Detroit to watch the hockey team. When I was coming up as a kid. So yeah, so not everybody's in, but they're all on one. Literally, they're all kind of like on one block now. Gotcha. You know what I mean, doing their thing. But yeah, man, 15-year Malice in the Palace. Also, back in 2006, we talked about him earlier. Jay-Z's Kingdom Come was released. You remember when that came out?
Kingdom Come, you ready when Kingdom Come? Yeah, that gray. Well, yeah, he brought it out in a couple different colors. There was a gray one, a red one.
I just remember the red. I ain't remember that. It was different colors.
Yeah, it was different colors. Then that's actually the album he put out a cappella too.
He put out a cappella Kingdom Come? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I remember that was the retirement. I mean, that was the first after he came out retirement album. Yeah. Remember, I mean, that was a big deal. When we heard "Show Me What You Got, Little Mama," we said, "Oh, Jay's back," because he had been gone for 3 years. That was the longest Jay had ever been gone for us.
He was still on.
He was still on features though.
Everybody's features. He was
still on features. Yeah.
Go Crazy. He was on Ross. He was on the right features.
But we don't bring up Kingdom Come though.
No, we don't.
We don't bring up Kendrick.
Rightfully so.
I think that was the first time though we saw Jay was like rusty though.
Yeah, that wasn't one of his best albums.
Yeah, some artists need to, you have artists that are like Drake. They need to constantly keep putting out music because that's how they stay sharp. Then some artists need to sit back and chill like a Nas or a Kendrick Lamar or a J. Cole. They need to absorb for a second. But some artists need to always be at it. When Jay is not making it, you can tell. The only time I ever heard Jay's album, I think it had been a couple years, he sounded good, was when he did 444. But I low-key think Jay low-key made that album back when he first got caught cheating. And that joint was just sitting. So I think that's why that album was probably so good. Because I don't think that he woke up, that whole story, he woke up at 444. I think Jay made that album 5-6 years ago. Because that album ain't got no time on it. When you listen to that album, you don't know what year it is. You know what I'm saying? So I personally think that Jay Ben made that album. That's why the album was so good. But yeah, man. Shout out to that Kingdom Come. I don't remember what was the song on there. I'm on my grown age. Jesus.
I can't even figure it
out. Doom, boom, boom.
I remember the title song. I remember the title song.
What?
The Kingdom Come. You ready? Yeah, NYC. I'm hip hop savior. After this journey, you might owe me a favor. When Kingdom Come. I remember that record.
I don't even remember that record. The Kingdom Come. Let me see. I don't know. Let me see what was on here.
There we go. Show me what you got. You said that one.
Show me what you got.
30-something. Yeah, 30-something.
30-something.
Oh yeah, no. He got one classic record on there. Hollywood, but Beyonce. I see you jealous.
You throw that C word a lot. That is not a classic song.
Look, that's not
even a classic amongst their songs.
That's a dance floor favorite. You can play that, and you can still play that record.
Yeah,
anytime,
but can you stop saying the word classic, bro? Can you just say good record?
And Minority Report was on there. Beach Chair, it was okay.
Yeah, Beach Chair was pretty dope. What about Anything? Was that okay?
No.
Okay.
That was a whole song. It was him and Usher.
I Made It.
Nah.
What about Oh My God?
Oh My God, I can't even remember that.
Yeah. The Prelude was dope.
Yeah, it was cool.
You got this.
I said it was an okay album.
Yo, you know what? But you know what was the album that was being played? I mean, what song was being played? Was 30-something. Lost One was good. The one about his nephew passed.
Oh yeah, Lost One was awesome. Yeah.
That was probably the best song on there.
Yeah, that was the best song on there. That was when he had the Maybach coupe. That was the first time anybody seen the Maybach coupe in the video.
Yeah, I didn't know what a Maybach was until this girl was like, "You don't know what a Maybach is?" I'm like, why would I? That's out of my financial knowledge for me to know what that is. I have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
Like
this is the album that his nephew died.
Yeah, so Lost One was probably the best song on. Now Lost One I could say is a classic.
Mm-hmm.
Lost One was a classic, yeah. So shout out to Jay, man. I mean, yo, listen, he ended up dropping more albums after that anyway. So he definitely didn't stay retired, as we know, right?
No, absolutely not.
So, do you think Jay got more in the tank?
Of course, he got an album coming.
He has been growing his hair crazy.
Yeah, so he got an album coming.
Okay, that might be what it is, though, man. All right, well, before we get up out of here, man, what you got planned? What's going on?
Still keeping these records spending time with the family. There it is.
That's it.
Yeah.
just. All right, that's what's up. All right, well, don't you got your YouTube page still coming? Or
yeah, it's on there. It's Impact TV. Still uploading videos and all my interviews that I do up on there every day. Oh, well, not every day, but I mean, every time I get them.
Up there enough.
Yeah, up there enough.
Yeah,
it's consistent. It's consistent.
Yeah. Check out my work with AURN online. Also, make sure you check out the other blog site, walksandchoosbubblegum.com. There's also a couple of things that's coming out, but I just can't remember right now because my memory didn't faint. But you can check out this guy right here on his Twitter and on his social media platforms at DJ Akademiks. You can check me out on my social media platforms at jhall radio. And you can follow us both at HHMS98. That's for HipHopMatrixShow. As usual, be blessed and successful, and we'll talk to you soon. We ghost.
It's the Hip Hop Matrix Show.